Hello everyone. In this video we will calculate the area of an equilateral triangle, knowing that each side has the length of 10 centimeters. So let's draw. This is not any kind of a triangle. This is an equilateral triangle, which means that all the sides are equal, which means that all of them have the length of 10 centimeters. So this is equilateral triangle. We also have isosceles triangles. Isosceles where only these two sides are equal, but the bottom line, the base is different. And finally we have scalene triangle where all the sides are different. But now we are focusing on equilateral triangle, which is this one. So you know probably that there is a formula to calculate the area of an equilateral triangle, which is like this: square root 3 over 4 times a squared, and a is side, so we should calculate a as 10 in this case. So we could get the answer from this formula, but what if we forgot it? I will show you that we can still calculate it from the general formula. You know, general formula for which works for every triangle is a times h divided by 2. So this is the standard formula. A times h, which is a base times height divided by 2. So we can also use the standard formula. And now I'm going to show you how. First of all, we need to calculate the height, because we don't know the height. So how can we do it? We can use Pythagorean theorem, and I'm going to show you in a moment. Okay, so let's draw this triangle one more time so we can see everything clearly. Okay, so you can see the triangle. This is approximately, I mean, like kind of looks like equilateral. I cannot draw it very accurately, but it looks like an equilateral triangle. So we know that all the sides are equal. So we want to find the height, because we will follow the formula: a half of the base times height. That is the formula for every triangle to find the total area. Okay, so how to find area? We need to know what is the height. So let's draw the line here. So if we draw the straight line which bisects this triangle to two congruent triangles, right? Bisect because it's dividing it by two equal parts. So there will be a straight angle here, and this is our height. Right, we have height, and we don't know yet what is the length of this height, but we can use Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem tells us that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So what does it mean? A is the first side, A, because we have this triangle here. Okay, we can have A, B, and C. So this triangle has the shorter side, A, height is represented as B, and hypotenuse, this is hypotenuse, opposite, the longest side opposite the right angle, is called hypotenuse. So to find the length of hypotenuse, we can add these two sides and square them. Then we will know what is this. So we know that c squared equals, no, we know that c equals 10 because this is this side. It is 10, so we know that c squared equals 100. So we can say that 100 equals 5 squared, because we divided this by half. Like I said, it bisects. Bisect, divide by half. So we know that this a is equals 5. So we can write 5 squared plus h squared. So we can say that 100 equals 25 plus h. And from this we can move it to the other side, and we will know that h equals h squared, of course. H squared equals 75 because h equals 100 minus 25. So we know that square root h square root 75 equals h. So we already know what is the length of the height. Height equals square root 75, but it's not a natural number. So what will it be? We can write it as 25 times 3. So h equals square root 25 times 3, which it will give us, yet we can have a square root as a natural number, so it will be 5 square root 3. So a equals, this bottom side equals 5, height equals 5 square root 3. And knowing the height, we can already calculate the total area of this triangle, because we need to calculate 5 times height, because half of the, we see the general formula is half of the base is 10, so we have this times height. Okay, so I'm going to erase it, so we'll continue our calculation. Okay, so we take this height equals 5 times 5 square root 3, which means the total area of this triangle is 25 square root 3. That's the total square centimeters. Yeah, of course, because we said centimeters, so it is 25 times square root 3. Okay, so now let's use the formula for equilateral triangle. The formula tells us that square root 3 divided by 4 times a squared. So it equals 100, because one side of our triangle, every side of the triangle was 10. So 10 to the power of 2, 10 squared equals 100. So this is a. Each side is represented as a. So we know that we need to multiply 100 times square root 3 over 4. And look, we can simplify 4 and 100, and it will be also 25 square root 3. So we have answers, the same answers. That was the answer from general formula, a half times base times height, or we can get the same answer from this equilateral triangle formula. So as you can see, you can use equilateral triangle formula to calculate the total area of equilateral triangle, but you can also use Pythagorean theorem, and it will give you the same answer. So don't worry if you forget the formula, it's still possible to find the answer. Thanks for your attention.